Hi, you guys. The Handmaid's Tale, Season 5, Episode 1. Morning. Talk about late nights and early mornings, okay? June, she's in the bathroom, running the shower, and she's reminiscing about the night before, about the gruesome murder of Fred. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I can't stand Fred, and he deserved everything that he got. But June, she's still in manic mode, and she decides not to rinse off Fred's blood from her hand. Mind you, the whole time, Luke, he's knocking at the door, just calling her name, June, June. Let me tell you how I would have kicked in that damn door. June done lost her damn mind. But we all know how June is when it comes to Luke and her blocking him out. And she's blocking him out. She decides not to rinse off. She picks up a towel and she's wiping her hands. And she noticed that this is Hannah's towel. So it hits her instantly like, damn, I'm doing all of this in front of a damn child. She leaves out the bathroom and she picks up Hannah. Nicole. Luke is like, what is the fuck is wrong with her? He can't figure it out. So I guess he runs to go get Maura. So now June, she's darting towards the door. She's ready to go. So they're chasing her outside and they're like, what happened to you? You had blood everywhere. So she comes back over to Maura and tells her, like, look, I did it. I killed Fred. His blood is on my hands. I killed him. So they are shocked. They're trying to figure out what the fuck really happened, what's going on, because June didn't tell them or Luke what she actually did. So they're trying to figure it out. She came out and told them, but June, she does not want to come back in the house. Luke does not pick her up and take her back in and wash the blood off of her. He just lets her go and she takes off down the street. Just manic. June go over to this diner, and when she comes in, the waitress is like, yeah, you with this lot over here. She's seen June all bloody like the rest of them. These are all the comrades that went over to no man's land and helped June kill Fred. They all there, bloody and bruised up, meat for a feast. And all of them, they got their appetite back because they were able to release some of that trauma that Gilead had on them. After they finished feasting, one of the girls was like, yeah, I would like to see my mistress' face when I blow the whistle. Now, June is trying to talk her out of it. Like, no, it's not even worth it. We did our thing with Fred. So the girl was like, yeah, girl, whatever. I got something to show you. She took June outside and she got a trunk full of guns. And she's like, I can get more. Okay. Also want to know, if possible, if Nick can bring her mistress down to the borders and they do the same thing what they did to Fred. And June is like, I don't think that's possible. Okay, well, we can get inside Gilead, right? It's plenty of ways. June asks her, you really want to go back to Gilead just to kill a wife? And she's like, well, maybe not kill her, just torture her. June changes the subject. Where's Emily? We don't know. We don't give a fuck. What you going to do? We're here. We didn't ask to go over Gilead. We did that to help you out. Fred was your pain in the ass, not ours. We want to seek revenge on the people that did ugly to us. Like, we helped you. Now it's your time to help us. And she tells her, like, so you gonna go all the way over there and leave your family? Like, there's no guarantee that you're gonna even make it over there. You may get caught in Philadelphia. So everybody sees the reverse psychology that she's trying to play. And this is my thing with June. She gets everybody all riled up for her own selfish needs and pleasures. And what you're gonna do for the people that does feel like they want to go out and get revenge for things that happened to them. Oh, no, it don't matter because it's not June's problem. It's just a run of her mouth doing this reverse psychology. And another girl, she gets upset and she's pointing the gun at June like, shut up. We helped you. Now it's time for you to help us. She is in manic mode, like I'm sure all of them that went last night is in manic mode. And she points the gun at June. And she fires the gun in the air because June really isn't the enemy. They all went on a manic trip. last night, and everyone is running around like fucking fools. If they're going to do this, they have to plan this right. You can't just go around going back and forth into Gilead. After they fire the gun, everybody peels out because the police is shortly going to be on their way. So they realize where they was at and gotta get up out of there. It's the morning after for Nick as well, and he makes it back home to his wife. His wife seems like a nice woman. And what's wrong with her leg? Anyhow, she asks Nick, did you see her? Yeah, I seen her. Did she do what she needed to? Did she get everything that she needed? Yeah, she did. So I don't know about this. Like, I'm thinking Nick's wife. I think Nick really loves his wife, in love with her. And maybe he told her everything about June and maybe the truth. I don't know. We have to see. It's the morning after for Serena, and she's in there. She's doing her yoga. I guess trying to take her mind off the fact that she hasn't heard from Fred yet. As they storm in her room, telling her that she need to come on. They need to transfer her, and that she needs to come. She's trying to fight. Is this about my husband? Is this about Fred? Ma'am, I don't know your husband. Let's go. They're on their way. Someone from the liaison's office come up and she tells Serena that Fred was murdered. The main concern is right now is to move her to somewhere safe because if someone got Fred, they may be coming for Serena. Serena finally makes it to her new cell at the Jailhouse Luxury Suites, and Mark comes in. Serena, she demands to see Fred's body. Girl, shut the fuck up and sit down. And Serena was crying. I felt no remorse for her. Digging in Mark asked, don't you people have any grace about you? Fuck no. Do you have any grace? At this point, Serena's trying to figure out what went wrong. Well, Mark explains to her, he actually wasn't on his way to Geneva. The United States, they made a deal, Gilead, and they decided to exchange prisoners for Fred. Explains to Serena, like, look, they said that they would try him under the same law as Gilead, under the laws of Gilead, but I returned him safely. That's all I know. Serena thinks Mark is bullshit and that he's a Judas and he got his 30 pieces of silver. And Mark is like, hold the fuck up. I exchanged him for 20 political prisoners, women that your government was going to send to the colonies. What is more precious than silver? Humanity, Serena. Serena gives no fuck about humanity. She's like, yeah, your blood is on his hands. And Mark is like, Serena, come on, shut up, girl. And this was left for you. Someone sent a ring with a severed finger in this photo. And it's a photo of Fred, how he was left, with the Latin translation, don't let the bastards grind you down. So instantly it came to her. This is not Gilead. It was June. Mark is like, impossible. How? June, she's out trying to hunt down Emily. She goes to her wife home, and the wife comes out and tells June, Emily, she went back to Gilead. Yeah, she feels like she had some unfinished business, and she's going to hunt down Aunt Lydia. And I'm like, yes. Go get that bitch, Emily. June is like, I can fix this. And Emily's wife tells her, June, shut the fuck up. Basically tells June that, look, I accept the fact that Emily is gone. And that's just it right now. She's gone. I appreciate the fact that she was here with us the time that she was. And we're grateful for that. But she's gone. And June tells her, well, this is all my fault. She said, I don't care. What is that going to do? Just so I can hate you for her leaving again? That's not going to help shit. Emily felt like she had to do what she had to do, and that's just what it is. She was with us, and she wasn't, and then she was again, and now we're right back at she's not around again. And me and Oliver is fine with that. And I'm like, damn, this is what families are going through. Not only Emily's wife, but this is the same type of shit that Luke is going through. He just has not took his hands off of it, like and accept that he still think that he can persuade June and calm her down. And June is in control over in that household. And I'm not saying that anyone should have control over June, but she gonna do what the hell she want. And Luke, he needs some groups, supportive groups that he can go to. All of the families do, because not only, okay, they weren't direct victims, but they are victims in some sense. It's just fucked up. And June put a battery in all these women back for revenge, and now they got a taste for blood, and they gonna get it. Asks Emily's wife, well, if you hear from her, would you tell me? Emily's wife said, no. I mean, why would she? Troublemaker. June gets back in her car, and now she realized that she done started some shit. That she done put these batteries in these women back, and she done created monsters. So now she realizes the blood is on her. All Fred blood is on her, and she's trying to wash it off. She goes to a rest stop trying to wash it off, get it off of her. It will not come off because it's symbolizing that now, June, you took the responsibility of killing this man, and you have to deal with it. What are you going to do now? Well, let me tell you what June did. June, she meets up with Luke, and she tells him that she's so sorry, all the things she's been doing, that he has all these things going on for himself, and that she's just fucking him up. Luke reminds June that June is his fucking world, and he'll do anything for her, and he will. Luke loves June with every purity in his heart. He just does. June continues to tell him that she's not good for Nicole, and all of these things. So, and then the guilt start coming on her, and Luke tries to remind her that he deserved everything that he got. June tells Luke, well, I'm sorry I have to do this. And he's confused, like, do what? Well, June is down the police station, and she's going to turn herself in for the murder. I'm like, wait a minute, June, who told you to do that? Well, June gets in the back, and she tells them everything. And they said, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but Canada has no interest in that. We don't care. It hasn't happened on our soil, so it's nothing that we can do about that. And if you listen to me in the last review of last season, I said that. I said the Canadian government may not even care about this because it didn't happen on their soil. What they did charge June with was an $88 fine that she has to pay for transporting a severed finger, Fred's severed finger that she chopped off. They like, we don't know about that shit. We don't want that shit over here. Serena demands to see her husband's body. Mark takes her down there, and she is horrified. She cannot believe that June would do this. And I'm looking at him, his body had holes all in it. I'm like, did June bite him like that? And I'm a believer that you can't pick and choose how a person take their revenge back. And especially them, because they are brutal. I don't give a fuck what Serena is trying to sit up here and say, but y'all be doing some brutal shit over there in Gilead. I can give a fuck about how Fred is looking on that damn table. It's well deserved. Anyway, she wants justice for Fred, and she just know that the Canadian government is going to back her up on this. Well, Mark tell her, well, June will not be doing no time because it actually happened in no man's land. Serena is all sorts of confused, which she is normally confused when things doesn't go her way, because things doesn't drop at the dime of her. And I remember seasons back when her mother told her that, like, you're just a spoiled brat. You're so spoiled. Well, anyway, Serena, she's like nervous. She's kind of scared of June. She's thinking if June can do that to Fred, then she know that her day is only coming. Mark is talking about that she can stay in Canada. Would June running around on the loose? Oh, no, sir. No, sir. So she storms up out of the morgue, and she's feeling down, like defeated that June win. Like, what does the future hold for me? That's what I'm getting from Serena. Well, child, when she go outside, she got a group of supporters all lined up for her. It's about 50 of them. Under his eye and praise be. And this was enough to get Serena's juices flowing again. She's like, yeah, I need to do this. She tells Mark that she want to go back to Gilead to bury her husband in the nation that he started. Child, you crazy, because you gonna go over there, you gonna be a handmaid, girl. A handmaid. The way I see it, Fred was a traitor. What's the honor in that? You are now single and you are fertile. They're gonna take your baby and put you in the handmaids, girl. And lastly, June, she beat a body, Fred. So the gang come over to celebrate with some drinks and games, like having a game night. Now, June, she seems cool until that damn Scrabble board came out. Talk about trauma and triggers. June, she's trying to sit over there and woo-sigh. Luke is like, you okay? Yeah. So Rita seems to be coming along really well. She's wearing more colors these days, but she continues to make this goddamn Gilead bread. Now, nothing is wrong with homemade bread, but is this your connection to Gilead? It may be, but it's kind of concerning. Okay, Rita gets up. She goes to check on her bread, and June is hot on her heels. June approaches her. Did you hear about Serena? Do you remember when she slapped you? It was on such and such a day. Rita is trying to avoid it. She's like, what the? Oh, okay, June is on her bullshit because she know June and she know how June do. She's really not trying to go there with June. It got to the point where Maura had to tell June to stop it. For whatever reason, we know how June is. She like to get people all revved up to go to Gilead, drag Serena down to no man's land and kill her. It's like, look, listen, I'm moving on from that, and I'm dealing it the way I can, the best I know how. Lay off me, goddammit. June is selfish. June obsession makes her manic, so much so that Maura tells her, like, I don't think you should be around Nicole right now. And June, she's like, you right. Well, I have to say, at least June is aware of that she shouldn't be around that baby. Mark stopped by. He wants to congratulate June on her kill and how Fred deserved it. Now, June, she appreciates that Mark came around and said that to her. But the whole time, Luke, her husband, been telling you this, June. But anyway, I guess it had to come from a higher authority because Luke is just Luke, you know. And in June's eyes, that's how I feel she feels. After she finished talking to Mark, June goes inside and attends to Nicole, who's having bath time with Luke and Maura, and she's giving them the blues. June, she takes Nicole and comforts her. And I guess this is showing us that she's not manic anymore. Well, at least for this episode, because we know that June is coming back to Gilead. She's going back. What will trigger her, I do not know, but yeah. That's where the episode ends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.